So belt loops on pants are usually arranged in particular locations, and we usually sew them after the pants have been assembled. So we're going to mark on our pant waistband the locations using our 3D and 2D tool. So typically we want to place one belt loop just to the side, about it would be the top stitching width over on from our pocket opening. So I'm going to place my cursor there, and I'm going to go into my 2D window and see where that location is on my waistband. And I'm going to use my notch tool to add a notch at that location. I'm then going to swivel around and go to the back. So I want to find my back seam. You can see that there. And now I'm going to place my cursor on my waistband right above my back seam and look at my waistband here. And I'm going to add a notch at that location. I'm then also going to add a notch mirroring the other one I had at the front, which is just slightly inward from my waist pocket. And I'm going to add a notch there as well. Okay, the next notches are on the sides, and they should be a certain distance, an equal distance from your back seam. So I'm going to do those on my waistband by measurements. So this is my center back. I'd like to add these 5.5 inches from that point, but since that's not a segment, I do need to go in, right click on it, and add point to that notch. And from either side of this point, that's my center back, I'm going to measure 5.5 inches. And add a point, same over here. And add a point. Okay. So these are giving us notches along our waistline for where our belt loops are going to go. So from here, if we would like, we can create segments. The segments are going to go above these points, directly above there. So if you would like to go in with your notch tool, convert these to add point to a notch, add point to your notch, and so on, we can create a segment that is on either side of these of 1/2 inch. Alternatively, you can just make a 1/2 inch line using your shift key and measure out. That was not quite straight. As 1/2 inch. Okay. And to position this, we can make sure it's centered on our notch here. And then scan upward to add it to our, the top of our belt. And we wanted to go like one click down from the top. Okay. And so we can copy and paste that line. And do the same, so we can have all of these are our sew lines for our belt loops positioned right above the notches on our waistband. So that's the idea. You can work on that, and I will come back after I'm done with mine.